Given the failure of the last 9 years, that's now why we have an energy crisis in the country right now.
That's a complete rewrite of history and a concoction. This government went to the election saying that they had the answers, and clearly they don't.
As our police squabble over who's to blame, Aussie businesses are on the brink.
I feel more than sad, I feel quite stressed by it. I mean, I've built up a relationship with my employees here. We've gone through really difficult times.
Euron Flickers owns one of the country's last textile and dye houses, supplying the fabric for our cricket team's iconic baggy greens. Recently, his gas provider went bust, and the company's now facing a daily bill of $10,000, up from $2,000 just a couple of weeks ago.
Within the next 24 hours, I had to make a decision of A, do I go back to all my customers and tell them that there's going to be a gas surcharge, or else by Friday, if not enough customers have agreed, I will be closing down because I cannot bear such an increase.
Euron's just one of hundreds of manufacturers doing it tough, with wholesale gas prices soaring by up to 400%. Due to a complex set of issues, including coal plant outages, inclement weather affecting solar and wind power, and sanctions on Russian gas.
Those that have been forced to buy wholesale in the last month or two have immediately been hit. You cannot run a business at a loss on an ongoing basis, so the issue is fairly dire.
And when big companies suffer, inevitably that pain flows downstream. That means everyday consumers could be set to cop a double whammy of skyrocketing power bills and even higher prices at the shops.
If businesses such as ours are under pressure, the likelihood is the supply chain fails and other businesses will also fall.
The market regulator has already taken the unprecedented step of releasing emergency supplies to gas producers. But as the new Labor government explores its options, it's so far stopping short of forcing suppliers to divert gas exports.
We're not asking to be buying something below cost. We're just asking to pay a reasonable price for a reasonable margin and allow it to survive.
For those of us who grew up in Victoria, the idea of gas shortages is really reminding us of the Longford gas plant explosion when, in like 1998, we went for 2 weeks without gas.
Okay.
And suddenly you discovered who on your street had an electric shower. It was full on.
And would you turn up at their place?
Yeah, like bought chocolates. And I was a 15-year-old boy, so I only missed like one shower in 2 weeks anyway. But,
The remarkable thing, though, that they're saying now is that even if the government does step in and act and does force some kind of quarantining of gas for the domestic market, or enact this provision that exists already, it's probably not going to have much of an impact until early next year anyway. So it could be a cold, long winter. Could be having more of those electric showers.
Not to mention an expensive winter.
Yeah, that's true.